Here, this page can be used for journaling. To the right, there is a pocket. It's empty now. For making it, I use the packaging paper of the sweets shop, French shop, La Cure Gourmande, which exists since 1989, I believe. Here there is another ledger page with some stamping, with the fussy cut of a lady. There is some tuile trim. The ledger page. Here we have a very nice image on the rice paper. On this page, you can see an original French champagne label, Premier Cru. The packaging paper of La Cure Gourmande. To the right, there is a tax pot made of this lovely vintage silk trim. There is an antique postcard, which is blank. Here there is a delivery voucher for soda drinks of the 31st December 1954. And yes, this page here opens like this, offering more journaling space. Next, there is a pocket made of an antique linen, I do not know, coaster or small napkin with a handmade embroidery. Inside, there is this lovely Christmas card. It dates before 1914. And there is this very sweet child's photo, an original one. Here there is a blank bank check for 1930s. Another page from the 1947-1948 business directory with a fussy cut. Another page from the antique photo album. Here is the continuation. No, sorry, this is the first page of the Le Figaro Illustré. Before we saw its cover, now it's one of its pages. December 1804, Noël humain, human Christmas. With a trim, it can be used as a tax pot, made of some vintage crochet lace. There is another scrap by Ernst Freihof. Here we can see a gorgeous lace doily of the Venice or Burano style in the needlepoint technique. I thought it would fit perfectly here. It looks like a big, delicate snowflake. Here there is some Nepalese paper, which is very beautiful. At the back there is a tax pot made of some vintage lace. It's made in Austria. Here I have put a small tag with the song My Angel, Mon Ange. I do not have the song book at hand. It comes from 1940s. The flowers here are also vintage. And here there is an article and an advertisement of dolls, French dolls. It was a nice story with the prices. This article comes from the 1913 diary of the department store Grand Magasin du Louvre that we've seen before. Here, to the right, you can see a page with some molds, models, and recipes. It comes from this leaflet. It's a well-known French company making molds in particular since 1887. It was when the French gastronomy became more and more popular in the world, and a visionary entrepreneur, Etienne Gobel, launched into making cake molds from copper and tin plate. We do not have the date of this leaflet, but have a look at this food processor for making mayonnaise. I think it gives you an idea about the date of the leaflet. It must be quite old. Here we have another ledger page with some application from fabric, which I stitched to the page. Here there is some embellishment from the rice paper, and this is the original blotting paper from the 1850s ledger. It's very delicate. I have only added a small, hardly visible snowflake here and some rice paper tag with this sweet children's picture. Here there is an original envelope sent on the 28th December 1945. I have added here a page from the 1952 transportation logbook of the Bessonneau-Angers factory. You have plenty of journaling space. And I have attached the envelope in a way so it can be lifted and this beautiful Stamperia bird's image could be seen. At the next page, I have stitched a vintage Christmas embroidery, another ledger page of 1880s, a die cut of a Christmas tree branch to which I attached a vintage rhinestone of 1960s. Here you have the spread from the 1880s ledger, and really you can enjoy its beauty, its patina, its wonderful colors. I have only inserted 2 embellishments, 2 scraps of Ernst Freihof. Here there is a small tuck spot with an antique chocolate advertisement chromo, a blank postcard of a church Saint-Séverin in Paris. To the right there is a French champagne label with another scrap by Ernst Freihof, another part of the blotting paper from the ledger of 1850s. Here there is a pocket with some space for a message for journaling behind. It comes from a chocolate package. It's modern, but I found it very sweet and very nice. Here there is an antique trade card and a very sweet Christmas postcard. It's in quite poor condition, but I really liked the image. Behind there is a vinegar alcohol label. It has beautiful colors, as you can see, beautiful gold. There is also an original French wine label of 1985. It can be used as a tuck spot as well. There is a fussy cut of a Christmas wreath from the Tessotti Italian paper. There is, to the right, you can see another page from the Gobel leaflet with molds, models, and French recipes. And this page is quite dear to my heart. I handmade it some time ago. This is pergamano or paper lace parchment technique, where all the holes here are used by piercing the paper with a needle, and there is also some embossing. As you can imagine, this takes a lot of patience and a lot of time. I thought it would go well with this journal. Here we have another page of the Nepalese paper with another half of the doily and another half of the page from Le Figaro, from the newspaper Figaro Illustré, with a mother breastfeeding her baby. Here there is a tuck spot that I made using this lovely rich silk velvet ribbon. I have inserted here an antique postcard, embroidered postcard. Look, it's so delicate. Here there is a phrase, un bon baiser, which can be translated as sweet kisses, with some antique pressed flowers. They've been here since this phrase was written, I imagine. And here, this document, it's an original bear a share of a French mining company of the 15th December 1927. Here there is a pocket embellished with another original French wine label with a tuck spot made of this lovely antique needlepoint lace doily. I have inserted here an antique postcard with the view of the Pantheon in Paris. Another page from the 1826 notarized sales contract. Here you have another lovely handmade, hand-embroidered doily. The Tessotti gift wrapping paper. And this is something interesting. This page, I have come across it in the newspaper Nos Loisirs of 1920s. And the title of this article says War to Kisses. And I liked, first of all, I was attracted by the image. And then when I saw the title, I told myself, wait a second, this could be a subtle wink to our current sanitary crisis, the situation with the COVID. And I thought it would be nice to put it here. It concerns the danger of kisses. It speaks, I mean, it's this article is not very serious. It has its share of humor in it. It's about microbes. It's about danger of kisses. So I have decided to include this page in this particular Christmas dedicated journal. Here to the right, there is a tuck spot made of the antique handmade bobbin lace, French bobbin lace, known as the lace from Le Puy. There is an advertisement postcard, an advertisement of the chocolate of Egebele. And there is an envelope with a Christmas postcard sent on the 22nd December 1954 by a French naval officer. Joyeux Noël et meilleurs vœux pour le Nouvel An. In fact, it's the father. This person was the father of my friend, and it's his son who gave to me this envelope and this postcard. Merci, Arnaud. Here there is another ledger page. This one is from the notary's ledger of 1899-1900. A scrap of Ernst Freihof. Here you can see a beautiful image of birds. In fact, this is a pocket. And the image comes from this book, Oiseaux des pays d'Europe, of 1979. Here another blank ledger page with this gorgeous hand embroidered on linen rose of 1930. At the back there is an envelope of 1960s, of the 15th December 1960 something. I cannot see exactly. There is also a fussy cut here and a lovely robin image on some rice paper. The page at the back, this is the only modern writing paper page. I decided to use it because it's handmade. It has lovely flower petals incrustations that I find just fabulous. Here we can see it more, these petals. There is a pocket made of an antique handmade 19th century lace. There is this very sweet antique chromo, Joyeux Noël, Merry Christmas. Another Ernst Freihof scrap. At the back we have two tuck spots embellished with some fine antique lace. There is a handwritten note of the 7th December 1932, and here this page comes from the Almanach Hachette of 1902. Here is the cover, just to show you. Here there is a tuck spot of some antique bobbin lace with another page from the Almanach Hachette of 1902 that I have just shown you. Another pocket with the bird's image from the book of 1979. Inside I have included an antique blank postcard with a Paris view. This is Jardin des Tuileries. And a page with some menu suggestions, some recipes and space for notes from this diary. It's a diary for 1932 of the department store Le Printemps. Here we have an original French wine label of 1993 with a fine lace trim and a beautiful antique metal button. You can open this page like this. There is a nice small bird's fussy cut here. Some rice paper with birds. Wait a second. Yeah. Here there is the continuation of the article from the Nos Loisirs newspaper, War to Kisses. remember, with this beautiful rose scrap of Ernst Freihof, another half of the doily, and the continuation of the notarized paper, another very beautiful, you can see, I hope, all the glittering of this Ernst Freihof scrap image. And we are approaching the end of the journal. Here there is the last tack spot where I have put a very nice antique chromo, Grand Bazar de la Rue de Sèvres, and an envelope sent by the well-known department store Galeries Lafayette in December 1948. So that is the end. Thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Just put your thumb up. Thank you very much. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.